Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we have a new release for SparkyLinux. It looks like it's 2024-02-12. So it says right here, SparkyLinux is a lightweight Debian-based distribution, which is available in several editions. The project's latest release is from its semi-rolling branch. This is an update of Sparky's semi-rolling ISO image of the Debian testing line, which provides fixed CLI installer issues of installing Sparky on ButterFS and Xfce file systems. Package updating as usually, and new features, main changes. All packages upgraded from Debian and Sparky testing repos as of February 11, 2024. And it has Linux kernel 6.6. All right, so let's head on over to their webpage and take a look at their downloads. And right here on the Sparky page, we can see that this is the 2024.02 version. And I did download the Xfce ISO image. So I got that in a virtual machine. So let's head over there and take a look at SparkyLinux 2024.02 edition. And here we are on the virtual machine. So we got a welcome page that opened up, but we're not going to deal with that right now. We're just going to close this and we're going to open the Sparky installer. And I guess this one is officially Sparky 8. So it opens up the Calamares installer. So it says, welcome to SparkyLinux 8, 7 Sisters installer. All right, so we got our language, American English. Click next. Location, America, Los Angeles. Click next. Keyboard layout, English US, default. Click next. And then I'll set it to erase disk. Click next. Give it a user info. And I'll give it a complicated password. And it's set up to log in automatically. It's already checked off, and it's already checked off to use the same password for the administrator account. So I'll click next, get an overview of our installation, and then click on install. So it's installing now. So I'll go ahead and pause the video now. And when we come back, we should be on SparkyLinux 8, or rather 2024.02. And it looks like the installer is all completed now. So I'll go ahead and check the restart now. And then I'll click on done. So it should reboot the system into SparkyLinux. And here we are rebooted into SparkyLinux. So I'm going to go ahead and fix the screen resolution. So give me 1 second. I'm going to set it to 1920 by 1080. Click on apply and we should be good. All right, so now our screen resolution is fixed. And here's the welcome screen that we got initially. So it says SparkyLinux 8, the 7 Sisters. Welcome to Sparky World. And you have links for a homepage, forums, wiki, Git repo, donate, app center, upgrade, about, system info, and backup. And you also have some links on the bottom. You got Facebook, Twitter, MeWe, Telegram, Reddit, Patreon, Mastodon, Wikipedia, and an RSS. And we have a message about updates being available. So we'll just go ahead and close that for now. And this is your welcome page. So let's close this down now. All right. So this is the Xfce desktop, which this is the one that I chose. There's options for LXQt, KDE, and Mate, but I chose the Xfce version. And Xfce has this panel on the bottom, as most systems, and we have a system tray to the right, along with a time, our volume, clip manager, internet connection, and our desktop manager. And we don't have any pinned items on the left. All we have is our minimize all open windows, and we have our menu. So this is the Xfce menu, and it is using the, I believe it's a Whisker menu plugin. So right here we have our favorites on top. Then we have recently used. And then we have all applications, accessories, development, graphics, internet, multimedia, office, settings, and your system. And along with this, you have your power menus on top as far as log out and, power off and reboot. And then you have a search menu. So the search menu, you just start typing and it should open up whatever you're looking for, being that it's installed. All right, and this is the whisker menu. Then on the desktop, we have some icons. So the first one right here, this one's going to be it's the mounted device, because it's reading it like if it was a CD drive, but it's just a mounted device. Then you have a trash, file system, and your home folder. So let's take a look at the home folder, and it is using Thunar, and a version of Thunar that we're using is going to be 4.18.8. All right, now heading back to our whisker menu, let's take a look at our graphics and see what we have. We have ImageMagick, Image Viewer, and LibreOffice, and Document Scanner. So the Image Viewer should be Ristretto, I believe. But I'm not sure. There's it's GPIG View, actually, not Ristretto. All right, and this is just a standard image viewer. And let's see, under Internet, we have Firefox, HexChat, LiveRia, Pigeon, RiseUp, VPN, Thunderbird, Transmission, and UGET. UGET is a download manager. So UGET, really don't get to see this too often. So being that we have it here, just take a look at it. And basically, if you're trying to download something off the internet, you could just set it up here. You click on this and you could get your connections on there. So usually if you raise it up to 16, it'll download your things a whole lot faster. And let's see what version of UGET we got here. And on the about, it's UGET 2.2.3. All right, and back to internet, let's take a look at Firefox ESR, which is the standard Debian release of Firefox. So if we look at the about, it should tell us it is the Firefox ESR version, and it is, and it's 115.7.0 ESR. So let's take a look at SparkyLinux. See what other info we could get from them. And here it is, SparkyLinux. I'll go ahead and close this message. And it says right here, SparkyLinux is a GNU Linux distribution based on the Debian GNU Linux operating system. Sparky is a fast, lightweight, and fully customizable operating system which offers several versions for different use cases. And the one that we're using right now is a Sparky 2024.02. This is an update of Sparky semi-rolling ISO images of the Debian testing line, which provides fixed CLI installer issues. All right. So that's our browser. And let's go under multimedia, see what we have here. We got VLC, vocal screen, XF burn, cheese, XL, radio station. So we'll take a look at VLC, being that it's one of the more common applications for video and audio. And it's multi-platform. You can find VLC on Windows, Mac, Linux, pretty much every Android, everything. And on the about, it's telling us 3.0.20, veterinary. And it was built on February 1st, 2024. And going back to the menu, let's look at Office. And we do have the LibreOffice. All right. And LibreOffice on the about is telling us it's version 24.2.0. So this is wow. Usually the last versions you see usually is like 7. something or 6. something, but this one is saying 24.2. So that must be the latest numbering system for well, I guess that means it's 2024 and then .2 being February. Maybe that's why it's numbered like that. Maybe I guess to start in 2024, they're going to start labeling by the year and month. That could be it, or I could just be talking out of my ass. Who knows? All right, and we do have the Writer, Calc, Impress, Draw, Math, and Base. So we have pretty much the entire suite. And that's LibreOffice. Now heading back to the menu, take a look at our settings, and pretty much our settings right here. You have all these items that are listed right here are the same things you'll find in the system settings. So right here on this little thing right here, it's pretty much the same thing you'll find all in here. It's just more in a graphical view or a program. So from right here, you can, get your personal info fixed, your appearances, desktop, window borders, window manager. You got color profiles, display, keyboards, accessibility, Bluetooth, settings editor, pretty much everything to configure your system to your liking. You should be able to find it here. And this is your settings. And it does also have a help. So it says, do you want to read the manual online? So it'll pretty much take you online, but I'll click on cancel. And that's your settings manager. And then under systems, you have more system tools. You have the actual about here. So let's click on the about SparkyLinux, and it'll tell us right here, OS name, SparkyLinux, OS version 8, OS code name, 7 sisters. And you get your date and time, your architecture, your hosts, things like that. So, and then you also have some other tabs on the bottom right here. So you have community, which probably open up the web, and it does. And I'll go ahead and close that. All right, see what else I got under system. You got a gparted, gdebi, system info, synaptic, system upgrades, task manager, time shift. You have the welcome screen. But let's take a look at the terminal, which is the Xfce terminal. Let's go ahead and get our confirmation on that. And it is Xfce for terminal 1.1.1. Xfce terminal emulator. And let's see if we got HTOP installed. We do not. How about NeoFetch? And we do not. But we could do a simple sudo apt install HTOP and NeoFetch. And then I'll give it the Y. That way I don't have to click yes to anything. Just give it a password. And it'll install them, no problem. All right, they're both installed now, so we'll start off with HTOP. And that's HTOP. Right now, we're currently running 720 plus megabytes out of 4 gigabytes. And our averages are in the 0.18, 0.24, and 0.20. And that's what the only program that's open is the terminal itself. That's it. No other programs are running. So it's running pretty good, pretty smooth. All right, we'll go ahead and close that. We'll clear the screen. All right, now let's do NeoFetch. And there you go, NeoFetch. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Oh, too much. All right, so we got SparkyLinux 8, 7 sisters. And the kernel we're using is 6.6.13. Desktop environment is going to be Xfce 4.18. And the window manager is XF Window Manager 4, which is standard for Xfce. And the theme itself that we're using is Sparky 7. All right. So this is SparkyLinux. Like I said, they just released this for February of 2024. So it's fairly new. So something you want to take a look at, I'll go ahead and I'll put the links down in the video description so you guys can check it out, download it, test it out, and have fun with it. This is the one that's based on the semi-rolling release. So if it's something you plan to use on a production system, just be aware that it is a semi-rolling release. So what semi-rolling release is, it's pretty much updated to the latest and greatest on Debian. So that usually means that these are not tested properly, so you can run into errors. Just a little, beware before you install it on a production machine. But from what I see here, everything looks good, looks very useful. I don't see any problems whatsoever. So like I said, if you want to play around with it, go ahead, do what you want with it. It's Linux, it's free, have fun. All right, that's going to do it for this quick first look at Sparky 8, and I'm out.